Prepare for trouble.
And make it double.
Yeah, we're talking about Pokemon Go.
Yeah, Pokemon Go. And hit it with the intro. All right, this is Joe from the JoeDWhite Talks radio program, and
I'm also Joe from the
Joe
JoeDWhite Show.
Radichel. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about the most popular, one of the most popular games that is basically sweeping not just the entire country, but the entire world at this point, Pokemon Go.
That is right, man. Pokemon Go is everywhere. I love this thing. Mm-hmm. I can't even scroll through Facebook without my friends posting something awesome about Pokemon Go.
And I've got so many friends talking about how sick they are about hearing about Pokemon Go.
Well, it sucks to suck. Get with the times.
I know. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what it's based off of. It's based off an anime series with over 270 episodes.
That was in the original series.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So there's multiple series now.
Right. There's multiple series. I think it's like Pokemon X and Y.
That's the latest one.
That's the latest one, yeah. I'm not really that hip. I just saw like the first 2 episodes of Pokemon.
Yeah, sitting in McDonald's.
Sitting at McDonald's just watching Pokemon. So basically the objective of Pokemon is to catch these little monsters called Pokemon. They like roam around the land, and you have these little
This is where I gotta stop you.
Okay, so
you are wrong.
I am wrong?
You are wrong.
Okay, what is the objective?
So both the games and the anime base the story off a 10-year-old boy who goes on an adventure for the very first time, or girl. And your goal is not only to catch Pokemon, but to raise your own team to fight the Elite Four and their champion. And that puts you in like the Hall of Fame. But along the way, you meet legendary Pokemon and you stop crime syndicates.
Right. That's the general gist of the game. I'm talking about the general gist of Pokemon.
That was
in
also
general.
the main gist of the animes.
Okay, well, again,
you would know this if you watched, Joe.
Exactly. Okay.
I only saw 2 episodes.
Well, I only saw 2 episodes, and I got 271 episodes left to watch. It's like most. I would compare this to Doctor Who at this point, as it's very expansive.
It is very.
And they got the video games series out, not including Pokemon Go. I'm talking about like the Nintendo 3DS and
there's the Wii, the Game Boy, the 3DS.
Oh my god,
there's so much. It's
a lot.
Awesome because Pokemon Go has done something that a lot of people have tried but really couldn't do.
Right.
Pokemon Go, in order to hatch eggs or catch new Pokemon, you have to leave your house. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But get off the couch and start walking.
Yeah, it relies on a GPS, which is based on Google Maps. So your character does not move unless you walk. People have tried all these different tricks. I've seen them on Facebook. I don't know if they work or not.
Some of them have ended horribly and horribly funny for us.
I've seen this guy try using a vinyl record player.
Microwave.
Why?
Someone put a joke up on Facebook saying, because there's 3 different egg types that you can get. There's a 10 kilometer, a 5 kilometer, and a 2 kilometer.
Oh.
And so someone said, in order to hatch a 10 kilometer egg by using a microwave, you have to put your phone in the microwave for 30 minutes.
No, that's not the point of an incubator, you stupid idiot. Oh my god.
And someone put a picture of their phone in the microwave as it exploded, ruining not only the phone and the microwave.
No. Oh my god. It's okay. Your phone is not a gremlin, dude. Stop it.
But I've also seen some other things that are like really amazing. So, I scroll through my Facebook and I try to find things like this.
Right.
And so, in the games, once they started introducing the breeding and the egg hatching, a quick technique to hatch eggs was riding your bike up and down the same route, just continuously for about 15 to 20 minutes to hatch an egg.
Well, that's still exercise, technically.
In the game. But now, watch this. I see there was this chat on Instagram the other day, and there's these 2 people saying, "You wouldn't believe what I just saw." And he goes, "What? Tell me." There's a guy riding up and down the road at Northgate on a bike trying to hatch his Pokemon eggs, just doing the same thing over and over again, like the games. Someone else goes, "Oh, snap, it's real."
Okay. So this game has more than 10 million users to date. 10 million. It was like 7 million a few days ago. Now it's 10 million, and it's more popular than Netflix and more searchable than Pornhub.
That's not a joke.
That is not a joke. It's serious.
I was blown away by that.
It's like, what?
It beat cats on the internet, guys.
It beats cats on the internet and porn on the internet. I mean,
sorry, I can't have cheeseburger. You can't have Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it broke that song, the internet for porn, from Avenue Q.
That's amazing. Anything that higher numbers in porn, that's huge.
Right. So
let's face it.
It breaks porn addiction, and you can go outside and get exercise at the same time. That's just ingenious.
I'm trying to plug my phone in right now.
Okay, so
I got it.
Before we move along, we need to make a few safety announcements about this game.
Oh my goodness, I have seen too much stupid stuff about this. People in California, please look where you're walking. Safe for you, little kids. There was something today where a little girl decided it would be a good idea to cross a
highway.
Not like a little road, a highway. Don't cross highways trying to catch a
No.
Pokemon. I don't care if it's Mewtwo. If this game is gone, you guys are the reason why, and I'm going to hate you guys for it.
Yeah. A lot, and 10 million other users are going to hate you, too. Don't fall off a cliff. Pay attention. It says it in the intro. Pay attention to your surroundings.
When the game is loading, guys, come on. There's a Gyarados. You already know that it's really hard to get a Gyarados, so pay attention.
So don't fall off a cliff, please.
Don't walk across highways.
Don't cross a highway.
And don't go into private property either without permission.
Exactly. Don't go into people's houses to catch a Pokemon or to... okay, so...
If you're religious, if you're not very religious, just stay in the church parking lots. You don't have to go in.
Right, exactly. So, just a background. A lot of these churches are built as Pokestops in the game. So you go into a Pokestop, you check in, and you get more balls.
And eggs.
And eggs.
Or if you add a lure
items.
module, you can catch more Pokemon there for about half an hour.
So this one guy apparently bought an old building that was a church, and they had it as a Pokestop. And he is annoyed that people are going to his private residence to check in every so often. So please don't interrupt people's business.
Without permission, at least.
Yeah, without their permission. Yeah, don't. And this is highly annoying to me. When someone is in a museum, don't pull out your phone, and you're there to see the relics, to see the art, to look at culture, and they, like, for example, Holocaust Museum. No, don't do that.
Well, also because of what was found there.
Right. There was a poison Pokemon, and that was very tacky. But
that's all random. Actually, most of those types are random unless you're actually near like a nuclear power plant.
Mm-hmm. As well, just be careful. Just really careful. I saw this ad that was shared to me on from Craigslist, and it was
hire a Pokemon trainer.
Hire a Pokemon trainer.
Pokemon.
Okay, so this girl posted an ad on Craigslist for a job to be a Pokemon trainer. So
you give her all your personal information, and she goes and catches all the Pokemon for you.
Yes, at $20 an hour.
Good
Do you
luck.
want to hire a trainer at $20 an hour? I would hire like a personal trainer, for health and fitness. Not at $20 an hour though, but
I'm pretty sure your own personal trainer could be you if you played Pokemon Go.
right. You can do that yourself for free.
Yeah.
But this girl posted this ad saying, "Oh, I've got an iPhone 6s, multiple chargers. I can walk so far and such a distance just to incubate your eggs, etc., etc." Don't do it.
It's a hoax, dude.
She's asking for your personal information, your Gmail account. It's cyber hacking. That's hidden as I just want a job as a Pokemon trainer. I mean, come on, really.
Speaking of cyber, there's been people saying that churches being Pokestops are giving the churches cyber demons.
Oh my good lord. Who said that? Was that Pat Robertson?
No.
Who said that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It was an anonymous source, and I thought it was funny.
Oh my
I couldn't
good
stop
lord.
laughing.
This is giving me a headache just to even think about it. And also just be aware of people who are putting out Pokemon stops.
Yeah, be very careful. People have been getting robbed.
People are getting robbed.
A lot of the robbers have been caught though. So there's something that a lot of people are doing. It's called the Officer Jenny, which is where all the trainers that are 20 and up go to their nearest Pokestops and make sure that there is no suspicious activity. Just look around a few minutes, catch a few Pokemon, be on your way.
Mm-hmm. Also, I've just read that there's some perverts that are putting out Pokemon stops.
Yeah, you can now request certain buildings to be stops and or gyms.
We need to have this as a stop.
We should.
We should have.
Because the ice cream place next door and the church across the street.
They're both gyms. Yeah.
No, the church is a stop and the ice cream place is a gym.
Yeah.
I was gonna go catch that before the show, but we only had 15 minutes, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, what would be really cool is that we could. It would be really awesome if we would just take the equipment with us, and we can do like a live Pokemon.
If you can
demo.
find extension cords, I'll carry the table.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Yeah.
Speaking of, okay, so Nintendo has made in the U.S. off of iPhone users alone $1.6 million.
And they made 4.1 million the first day.
Their very first day.
The very first day. That's a lot of money.
And their stocks have gone up 7.5 billion.
Billion.
Not million, billion.
Billion with a B. Yeah, exactly. And the 4.1 million, was that generated just from
American
in-app purchases?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the app is free. The app is free to download.
It's free to download, but if you want to buy,
if you want to get extra items
without going to like the Pokestops, you can do that. I mean, it's your own boat.
For someone like me that lives in an area that only has 2 stops and they're both like an hour away by walking, it's more.
It's more convenient, yes.
Yeah. However, there is a smart group of kids. A little kid bought a lure module, like a bunch of lure modules for his local Pokestop, which is across the street from his house. And he uses them every day. And he set up a lemonade stand. And it says, the more lemonade you buy, the more lure modules you get.
Wow.
And he is making bank.
That's a smart little kid. He's going to grow up to be like Donald Trump without the comb over. Okay. Moving right along. We know that this app is just so it's very popular.
Don't Pokemon and drive, folks.
Don't Pokemon and drive. Yes. Yeah, that's added along with the little safety measure. But just I think that this app has. You constantly see on the internet that people are saying that technology is driving people further apart, but this actually wrong. This is actually bringing people together. Actually,
one of my neighbors is a veteran. He has PTSD, and he doesn't really leave the house often. In fact, like he had to leave during the 4th of July, and go like to live with his brother on base for the weekend because they don't allow fireworks on base.
Right.
So he actually started playing this, and it's helped him. And I know people at work that have like chronic depression and social anxiety. Today we were at McDonald's, and out of nowhere, this lady approaches us and says, "Hey, you guys play Pokemon Go?" Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
What teams are you on?
Mystic.
I represent Team Mystic from Team Harmony.
And she was like, "Oh, cool! That's cool."
And then she looked at her husband and said, "I will find another Team Valor member."
I'll find another Team Valor member. And then there was another couple.
There was a couple
back
in the back
of the stores.
Her boyfriend didn't qualify for teams yet. He's like level 2.
Aww.
So adorable.
And
weaklings.
I mean, it's still. I mean, you go to the park. Well, I haven't been at the park yet, but
teenagers run around my neighborhood at 2 a.m. trying to catch Pokemon.
I saw at 11:30 at night when I left my mom's house. I drove down my street and I saw a gaggle of teenagers walking down the street to incubate their eggs, and you just don't see that anymore. In my neighborhood,
remember when our parents used to yell at us for not going outside?
Exactly. And in my neighborhood, there's hardly anything to do. There's like the strip club is the Pokemon stop. I mean, for crying out loud. And there's hardly anything to do, really. And people are so upset that teenagers are smoking pot or doing meth or doing something else.
No, they're not mad about that now. They're mad that everyone's playing Pokemon Go. And they're mad that they're not a part of it.
So...
Shun the non-believers.
Shun. Okay. So moving on right along. and we're gonna move to another topic. We're about where we're talking about the locations of the park. Where are the best locations in St. Louis to do a Pokemon?
In St. Louis, actually anywhere really, zoos and local parks are the places to go.
Local parks, yes.
Zoos especially, because I went to the St. Louis Zoo. There is at least 120 stops in the St. Louis Zoo alone, and the St. Louis Zoo is free admission.
Yes, 120 stops at the St. Louis. I didn't know that. I need to go to the St. Louis Zoo. Forest Park, Creve Coeur Park.
That's good for egg incubation, so if you want to hatch your eggs, just walk around.
Just walk around. They also have a lot of Pokemon stops.
They do.
They do. What about Six Flags?
I haven't had the chance to go to Six Flags. I want to know what Las Vegas looks like, though.
I would bet there's a lot of Pokestops in Las Vegas.
I bet there is. South Korea, man. Like the holy grail of Pokestops right there. Mm-hmm. One of the ocean sides of South Korea is nothing but stops.
But stops, yes. I would also say Fenton Park if you're closer to the south side of St. Louis. Just any park has a lot of Pokestops, and if you want to incubate your stuff, you can go on the trails and walk.
While we're on the topic of gyms and stops, the White House. The White House is controlled by Team Valor.
Yes.
I really don't care because Team Harmony for the win. Mm-hmm. Someone put a flying type Pokemon. It's a Pidgeot.
It's a Pidgeot, yeah.
The final form of Pidgey. And they named it America.
America.
So America is defending the White House. And if you go to the Pentagon is also a gym.
Oh, my good Lord.
And, of course, no one can capture the Pentagon.
oh, wait a second. While we're on the subject of gyms, guess what is also a gym?
That ice cream place next door.
The ice cream place next door is a gym. But
Westboro Baptist Church.
Baptist Church is also a gym.
And people keep naming their Pokemon pro-homosexuality names.
Well,
and it's awesome.
Well, you can find pro-gay Pokemon there too. It's like what
Clefairy?
Yeah, that one, the pink one,
the little fairy.
The little fairy, yeah. I thought there was like a little pink one too.
There's Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff, yes, Jigglypuff.
They're both pink, so it doesn't matter.
So what we're gonna do is go to another topic. We went through the best locations.
Pikachu is a hidden starter.
Pikachu.
Don't do that though.
All right.
Because it can screw up your game. I said game.
How can it screw up your game?
It causes glitches because it's a glitch itself.
Okay.
So, it'll just mess up your game. It's like the original Pokemon game. There was the missing number, and if you lost to the missing number, then your save game got deleted.
Ouch. That's not good.
So your game is more likely to crash if you do the Pikachu starter glitch.
So actually, I want to take a break, and we're going to move on to a mid-break break segment called Poke Rap. So this is going to be a little interesting. And we're back.
I grew up listening to that like every Saturday.
My nephew grew up to that stuff.
That is like that's my lullaby right there. I'll fall asleep after Pokemon, man.
Oh, well.
I got up early for maybe 3 cartoons on Saturdays. It went Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't remember that second one. It must not have been that good. And then Pokemon. No, it was Static Shock. There we go.
I don't know if you want to know what I saw when I was a kid, when I was growing up.
Rosine?
Who?
It's a horribly old show.
Roseanne?
Yeah, there we go.
Well, no, that my parents watched that. But when I got home from school, I would watch He-Man Masters of the Universe.
I watched that too.
Are you talking about the reboot or the actual original one?
Both.
Okay, I remember seeing He-Man, and then after that I saw She-Ra, and then after that I can't remember what else I saw.
Thundercats?
I tried Thundercats, maybe. Voltron, yes.
All right. Voltron's a team. Hey, speaking of teams.
Yes, let's talk about teams.
All right, so Pokemon Go has technically 4 teams. 3 of them are official, and 1 is unofficial. So there's Team Valor, Team Mystic, and Team Instinct. And then the 4th unofficial team is known as Team Harmony. The way it works is when you hit level 5, you can start challenging gyms.
Right.
And you have to pick a team. So it's based off of the 3... Wait, did the gyms change? What color are they? Are they yellow?
They're yellow.
They were red earlier.
Yeah. This is interesting.
All right, well, I know what I'm doing after the show.
Yeah.
Make those blue.
And we're going to make them blue. Go Team Mystic.
Team Harmony for the win. So the way this works is each of the 3 teams is based off of one of the legendary birds from the first game. So Team Valor is based off of the Firebird Moltres. Team Mystic is based off of the Ice Bird Articuno. And Team Instinct is based off of the Lightning Bird Zapdos. And then Team Harmony is based off of the Master of the 3, Lugia. And so Team Harmony is basically groups of players from all 3 teams that don't really care about the rivalry and just play to play.
Yeah. Okay. So in December there's going to be an update.
Yes, the December update. So currently, right now, we only have Generation 1, which is from Red, Blue, and Green. Now, when December hits, we are getting the next region of Pokemon. So that would be Gold and Silver.
Nice. Okay. Will there be any changes to
what we see? Absolutely.
More Pokemon?
Absolutely. At least 100 more.
At least 100 more. That's awesome.
There's a lot more than 100. Like there's almost 1,000 Pokemon now.
Oh yeah. So I'm looking up a lot of interesting news about Pokemon. Hillary Clinton.
She wants to hold her next campaign rally at a Pokemon Go gym.
Pokemon Go gym. Which, I mean, I think that's kind of cool because...
Smart.
It's smart because you want to get into current, fair stuff, and you want to be hip and popular and cool.
Trump says he wishes he could play Pokemon Go.
He's probably too busy for it.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Sure his son plays it, though.
I don't know. He probably does. He probably doesn't.
Who knows? He doesn't, I blame him because that's horrible. You should be playing, man.
I see so many people in my blog that's playing it. There's a cop. There is a security officer in my apartment complex that plays Pokemon Go.
The CEO at where I work plays Pokemon Go.
My upstairs neighbors play Pokemon Go, and they invited me to walk with them to incubate. So,
by the way, incubate is not anything inappropriate. It just means hatching eggs.
Right. So you collect eggs from your Pokestops and whatnot, and you get like a free incubator.
And then you can purchase more in the shop if you have multiple eggs that you want to get done at the same time.
So, certain eggs have certain kilometers, and you can always do like you can convert kilometers to miles. I know that 5 kilometers is 3.11 miles. Yes.
So if you get the 10-kilometer egg, good luck walking 6.2 miles. Have fun.
I've done that once, but I swear to God that I would never walk 10 miles in one day in my life. 6 is more than enough. So, no.
I've hit my quota of, I don't know. People hatch them at work.
Yeah, I know this guy that works down in Chesterfield, and he says that in his the building where he works, there's a huge parking lot. So he found out that if you go under 20 miles an hour, you can the system will automatically incubate your eggs. So he drives his car around the whole entire parking lot.
I wonder what that does to his gas mileage.
I don't know, but some people want to hire Pokemon trainers for $20 an hour.
Hey, at least it's not a microwave.
Right, exactly.
Don't use your ceiling fans
Don't
either.
use your no.
So, I saw this. This is funny to me. Someone thought it would be a great idea to put Pokemon Go on their tablet and then tape their tablet to the ceiling fan. To the ceiling fan.
Why?
Which it then flew off and broke.
So
Walking's not that bad, folks. Come on.
Walking is not that bad. It's you go out, you get activity.
And don't ask someone else from like another state to catch Pokemon for you. One of my buddies lives in Hawaii, and he had another friend take his account to catch him a certain Pokemon, and they banned both of them.
Also, I'm reading this article saying that the people who aren't playing Pokemon Go are cybersecurity experts, and they're saying don't play this. It's a huge security risk. What do you think about that one?
Pokemon for life. I'm sure if you asked, I'm gonna call the Joker or Bane in on this one. Here, let's see what they have. Hey, Bane, you got anything? Yes, let me come on over. Pokemon Go is by far the best mobile game in existence. Play it, or I will get you. Oh, okay. So play it or he'll get you.
Exactly. And Bane basically broke Batman's back. So
he says free spine durability tests for anybody that doesn't play Pokemon Go.
And as well, do you know who the only people that cannot play Pokemon Go are? Japan.
Which is really ironic. Japan, the home of Nintendo, creators of Pokemon.
All right, and you can't play Pokemon.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna find out why Japan cannot play Pokemon Go.
Well, while we're on that, speaking of countries and Pokemon Go, what did you say about Rio?
Rio. Well, she doesn't play in the sand. She plays Pokemon Go.
Was it they wanted it in the Olympics?
Yes, the Rio mayor. The Rio mayor wants Pokemon Go played at the Olympics.
It's gonna be awesome.
That would be, yeah, exactly. Because
how do you not get excited about that?
Yeah. How are they gonna do this? They're gonna have the two biggest.
Well, you can now request stops. So I'm pretty sure someone from Niantic is going to be like, hey, they want to do this. And they're going to line up all the stops. And it's like, all right, you got to run from here, catch one, run from there, catch another, and then be back here in about half an hour.
I would think they would have round up the best players that have the best Pokemon. And they would have a tournament, like a gym match.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good thought.
Yeah.
I love how the day the game came out, we came over here, and the gyms nearby were already taken.
Yeah, taken. Can't play here.
They're going to be ours soon enough.
We're going to take them over. As well, did you know that T-Mobile is allowing people who play Pokemon Go 1 year of free data?
T-Mobile, stop.
What? T-Mobile stop? What do you mean?
Playing Pokemon Go doesn't take up a lot of data. Playing it for an hour uses 10 megabytes.
Well, yeah, but that's still data that...
I mean, if you're going to be running around 24/7, maybe, yeah, go ahead, take it. But if you're not going to be playing at 24/7 and you have a job or something, you're best off just using the data.
I would say that, but, I mean, data also adds up pretty quickly. I mean,
if you have multiple people, yeah.
Yeah, if you have multiple people. And also, I know that T-Mobile also allows you to stream certain not websites, I would say,
Music.
like YouTube,
Music. Pandora, Spotify,
YouTube. Can't remember what else. Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix, yeah. So, I mean, data adds up really quickly on your device, and if you go over at least 10 megabytes,
It slows down.
it's not only slows down, but some carriers would also charge you an additional amount to add on more data. So, I mean, just your bill just gets more expensive and more expensive. So I think that's a really good plus.
I'm the only one in my
the
family
T-Mobile
that plays
CEO.
this game.
Have you seen the T-Mobile CEO before?
No.
I'll show you. This guy is... You would say he's not even a CEO. He's more like a biker kind of dude.
It's companies like that when the CEO isn't what you expect. That's what makes it awesome.
That it's John Laguerre. I wouldn't say he was a biker, but
He
more
looks
like
he could have been one.
he could have been one in a previous life,
Or
or
an inmate.
when he was younger. But I mean, he's pretty cool. He's pretty hip. He goes to meetings in jeans and a t-shirt and a leather jacket. He's just the best kind of dude that you would think.
Did you hear they're going to make a live-action Pokemon movie?
No.
They are.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google this one.
They're still casting roles. So, I can't wait for that to come out. Speaking of movies, the other day I was watching the original Pokemon movie.
Right, okay.
And if you guys want to get like the lowdown on some Pokemon lore and stuff, look at the movies, because if you want to catch up on everything, all the legendaries are in the movies.
Right. Did that movie, the first one movie, did that introduce Mewtwo?
It did. Unless you watched, there was like, it only aired in Japan. There was a series of Pokemon where Mewtwo was a child. And so it goes on that he had a human friend that was used by being, like, she was cloned from one of the scientist's daughters. And so he also had 3 other Pokemon friends, and they could all fly.
Right.
Because, anime. And so at the end of the series, she dies, and then they wipe his memories because he was still so young and it was traumatic to him. And so when you start off the first movie, he practically tries to kill everybody. And that's the background of that.
Did you know that, in reference to live action movies, and this is not a Pokemon related thing, did you know they're filming Full Metal Alchemist, a live action?
I know they're also doing Attack on Titan. Triton.
Oh, wow. Okay. 25 photos that broke the internet. Boobies. Never mind. I'm just being distracted. Okay.
Stop it.
So, Pokemon Go Ray Nights talks about a live action Pokemon film. So this is just being talked about. There's no script out yet. They're still
Casting
the roles. Huh. Okay. So do we know if this is going to be filmed in Japan, or is this going to be an American thing? Because a lot of people
I love boobies.
That was
Lord.
amazing.
That was amazing. Okay.
Thank you for
So-
that, Darren.
Darren, I love you.
It's not like that.
Okay. So,
We need a soundboard for that.
and we do need a soundboard. Like, seriously. Okay, so, what was I talking about? The
Movie?
The movie. Do we know that this is going to feature an American cast or a Japanese cast? Do you know?
No. I have no clue.
You have no clue? Because there's been a lot of controversy with putting in anime characters and like kind of like I'm not gonna say whitewashing them because
Well, they didn't make, like, they're basing the region names off of real Japanese regions, but the characters are in no way, shape, or form entirely based off of Japan,
right.
nor is the civilization around them.
I'm trying to think of that movie that the actress, the Black Widow actress, is playing in.
Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell. Yes.
There's a lot of hate about that.
There is a lot of hate about that, but it's a lot of the reason behind it is this the Hollywood system is geared that way, unfortunately, because
Either way, that's going to sell out like crazy. I actually saw something the other day, and it was like this little fanfic of what's going to happen in a few years from now. And it said, the year is 2020. Pokemon Go is now the biggest thing in the world. Presidents are decided by Pokemon battles.
okay.
Laziness is at an all-time low, and scientists are creating real Pokemon now. This is the world that was meant to be born out of Pokemon. And they're not wrong either, because I haven't seen so many people in my neighborhood walking until this game came out.
Right, exactly. That's
My
what
neighbors, who I'm pretty sure didn't exist until last week, started walking.
and they're congregating in parks.
Don't meet up with strangers, guys. Come on.
No, that's not a good thing. If you see a truck saying, "Oh, we got Pokemon inside,"
Run.
Don't even go inside the van. So yeah. I guess I think we're beating the safety thing around the bush,
No, that's not around the bush. That needs to be something that's pounded into your head.
pounding into people's heads. Stop! Don't.
Not by a car or by a cliff. You need to pay attention.
Yes. Don't drive and play anything. Not even Nintendo or Pokemon. I mean, please pay attention to what you're doing.
While we're on the topic of Pokemon and games, it's July, so the legendary mythic Pokemon for this month is Shaman. You have till July 24th to get it.
Ooh.
Shaman's like not even half a foot tall.
Nice.
It's like a little football made of grass.
Okay. So I am looking at another review saying Pokemon Go likely more than a summer fad for gaming industry. I don't think so.
Pokemon Go is
And-
gonna be around for a long time,
It's gonna-
especially
yes.
when they start releasing updates and the legendaries start coming out. Because then everyone is gonna be around.
Now you feel like you've got to catch 'em all, but you've also got to eat. Now random bar and pizza joint owners are capitalizing on the Pokemon Go craze, and it's helping them gain business. Unless you've been living under
Okay.
It's not wrong. Yeah,
Right.
certain restaurants are stops, and they ask to be stops. They
Right.
use the owners pay for modules, and Pokemon trainers can come in, and each day, certain teams get discounts as long as you show them your account. There's a it's a small family business,
Right.
pizza joint, and depending on your character's level and team, depends on what you get. If you are over level 21, you get a free 12-inch pizza
That is awesome.
with all the toppings you want.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay. So in this review, it says, in 1 week, Pokemon Go has sparked a national gaming frenzy, and there's no sign yet gamers are getting tired.
International.
Demand that's likely to pad the pockets of creators and copycat game publishers. Well, it's not like Flappy Bird. I mean, come on. The mobile game for iPhones and Android devices where players use GPS and augmented reality to capture Pokemon and their real-world remains number one in Apple and Google's app stores. Research firm SurveyMonkey says the game is the biggest mobile title ever in the U.S. based on its peak daily active users. It's been downloaded. It says, or here in this article, it's been downloaded now over 15 million times, according to the research firm Center Towers estimates.
That's probably just in America alone.
America. With several key updates in the works, combined with devotion to the long-running TV and game franchise, Pokemon Go could move beyond a summer fad to something bigger. All publishers... Well, that's a clickbait article. Come on. It says it's not... It's likely more than a... Oh, yeah, it's likely more than a summer...
Pokemon Go is going to be big for a very, very, very long time.
Right. I think it's going to be bigger than the Angry Birds or Farmville. Or Candy Crush. Well, actually, it is bigger right now than...
Stop sending Candy Crush invites, people. Start sending Pokemon Go invites.
Yeah. Just be careful with playing Pokemon. Don't fall off a cliff.
Or walk into traffic.
Or drive and hit a tree.
Don't drive in Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm also reading another article saying incredibly lazy Pokemon fans are paying people to drive.
No, there are certain Uber drivers who have dedicated their time to helping Pokemon trainers catch Pokemon. And
Why?
you don't have to tip them, because if it's someplace they haven't been, then they catch the Pokemon and that's their tip. And it's awesome.
It's like Uber for Pokemon.
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear about the evolutions?
No.
All right, so in order to evolve your Pokemon in Pokemon Go, you have to acquire something called candies. And each Pokemon, when you catch it, is giving you 3 candies of that species. And so the base of that species is the name of the candy. So Magikarp candies, do you know how many candies you need to evolve it?
400.
400.
400.
And the average is 50.
Oh, good lord.
And the higher your character's level is, the more powerful your Pokemon can be.
Also, I want to add something with the safety announcements. Don't trespass in a zoo, too. And I'm going to read this from the article. A man and a woman were arrested near the Toledo Zoo's tiger exhibit early this morning after jumping the fence to play Pokemon Go, a mobile phone game. Robin Bartholomew, 25, and Adrian Crawford, 26, both of Toledo, were charged with criminal trespass and booked into the Lucas County Jail, pending arraignment. It wasn't the most responsible thing to do, but hey, gotta catch 'em all. Miss Bartholomew said in an interview today while clutching the stuffed Merle, an aqua mouse Pokemon.
Moose.
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 Oh my God. There's so many stops in there and so many Pokemon.
I saw this dumbest video. Okay, so in Canada, there's a stop that is in the middle of a lake. And it is not a small lake either. However, a moose was swimming by a pier at this lake, and this man saw a really rare Pokemon in the middle of the lake. Guess what he did?
He tried to swim into the lake, did he?
He jumped on the moose.
He jumped on the moose.
Who didn't care? Who swam across the lake with a man on his back.
Oh my
yes,
God.
It happened.
Back to the idiot couple.
Don't lie in Pokemon.
Yeah, they are banned from the zoo, and guess what they said?
Totally worth it.
We kind of regret it now because we can't go back in there and beat the gym. And no, you idiots! You don't go and trespass in private property. Well, actually, it's kind of public property, but still, you're jumping over fences and endangering yourself and the other lives of people to play a game. Really?
Even though it is like probably without a doubt the greatest game in existence.
It's exactly.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
There's a reason why it says be safe.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Oh, I've seen texts from my friends, and they're like, look what happened. One of my friends, her 63-year-old grandpa, decided it was going to be a great idea to get all of his grandkids together. They went out at 2 in the morning to catch Pokemon, and Grandma was not happy.
Oh, wow.
I love this.
And I just also saw another article about Pokemon Go maps.
Shows you where to catch them all. It's like Skyrim maps, except for Pokemon.
Yeah, this is nice. Because I would love to have like a map, kind of like GPS, where I could find out where the Pokestops are before I go out and try to catch them all. Yeah. At least 4 Pokemon Go maps are available. The first at pokecrew.com. It zeroes your location via GPS and shows what Pokemon might be nearby. And then if you're in the Boston area and you're listening in, you're in really good luck. There's a Google map known as Gotta Catch 'Em All, and has all the locations local players have found, complete with the list of rare and ultra rare Pokemon.
Dear Boston, I hate you. That's a lie, I don't hate you.
And then there's a separate Google map hugs Pokemon's location in Seattle and Tennessee. It's called Pokemapper.
Pokemapper?
Pokemapper. It's at pokemapper.co. Find and share Pokemon. I'm actually looking at it right now.
That is a lot of colorful dots.
I know. That's just interesting. Let me see if I can zoom in.
Shout out to my buddy Brandon Michio in Kentucky, who's already caught like 70 of the original 150 Pokemon.
Ooh.
Without leaving his neighborhood.
That is awesome. So,
Jealous.
yeah, I'm jealous too, because,
Hey, you have all 3 starters.
I do have all 3 starters.
Which 2 of them I'm pretty sure you hatched yourself, right?
No, one of them I hatched myself.
You caught the Bulbasaur?
I caught the Bulbasaur, yes.
And the Charmander.
And the Charmander.
I almost caught a Bulbasaur at work today. And got away. I was mad.
I was really happy because the Squirtle I got, that was the one that was incubating. And then I went to a Pokestop, which is ironically the 24-hour fitness. And it was Maraine's Toy for Tots. And I found 2 wild rare Pokemon too.
Nice.
I think it was Magikarp is a rare one.
In the real world, yes. In the games, no.
Okay, so it's not a rare Pokemon. Okay, but I was still proud of myself that I caught it.
Catching a Magikarp on Pokemon Go is like winning the lottery. Because it's really hard to find them. Oh, speaking of finding, there's something that I should give out. Okay, if you are playing Pokemon Go, this is where you want to go for certain types. During sunny, clear days, you're more than likely going to catch a fire type of some sorts. During clear days, if you go to like a plain area, like where there's a lot of grass and wheat and stuff, you're going to catch grass types. If you go near water, you'll get more, and if it's a rainy day, you're more likely to get water types. Because
Right.
There was that heavy storm yesterday. I caught 3 Pokemon I haven't caught yet.
Wow.
And then if it's a thunderstorm or you're near an electrical, like transformer or anything, you're more than likely going to catch an electric Pokemon.
Nice.
And if you are playing Pokemon Go and you're trying to catch a Pokemon and you keep missing the throw, if you tap on the Pokeball before it disappears, you can get it back. Not immediately, but the number doesn't change.
I'm just seeing all these articles about the 2 guys that fell off the cliff.
Seriously, it even says when the road ends, guys.
Yes. Mad stabbed while playing Pokemon Go and keeps playing.
I respect that.
That's some dedication. Thumbs up to you. He was in Anaheim Park and he got stabbed.
Anaheim
Park.
He got stabbed, so that sucks, but he kept playing, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, go dude. His name is Baker, Mr. Michael Baker of Forest Grove, Oregon.
Mikhail
was
Baker.
so focused on catching all the characters in Pokemon Go, they kept playing even after he was stabbed. I basically risked my life, Baker said. It's important to me. I gotta basically catch them all. He got 8 stitches on his shoulder.
I saw something the other day. This dude got like really hammered and started putting up on his Snapchat. So he's like, I'm really drunk and I want to go out and catch Pokemon, but I don't know. Do they have curfews and stuff? And so he was basically going on this rant, crying about because he doesn't know. Can he go out and catch them still after 2 a.m?
Right. Couple playing Pokemon Go in Royal Oak finds house fire, saves dog.
Did you see about the girl in Wisconsin?
In Wisconsin that found a
Found a
dead
dead
body.
body?
Yes. Oh. Okay, I gotta talk about this. This is so hilarious. And this is an article on Gizmodo. ISIS will use Pokemon Go to murder innocent Christians and spawn demons, says radio host Pastor.
See, if we had the time, I would make a lot of fun about him.
This
isn't Doom. They're not gonna come through my phone and shoot me.
No, it's even Doom is just not. It's that's a silly thing. I mean, come on, get over. God.
Did you hear that when the servers first started crashing in America? Guess who took credit for that?
ISIS?
Yes.
Morons.
Yes, we're all so scared. You crashed a Pokemon Go server. They crash regularly on their own.
Oh, just as a reminder, if you have an iOS device or an Apple device, do not install iOS 10 if you want to keep playing Pokemon Go. Why? Because the augmented reality does not work in iOS 10. So you can't. Augmented reality is basically you see the character in your
camera, and it basically looks like it's there in front of you, but the only way you can see it is through your phone.
Right. So augmented reality does not work very well in iOS 10. And iOS 10 is a beta. It's beta software, so you're using it at your own risk. So, anything else you wanted to say before we end the show?
Don't Pokemon and drive.
And be very, very careful. So, this is Joe from the JoeDWhite Talks radio program. You can reach me on Twitter at JoeDWhite Talks. You can reach me on YouTube. I have over 400 subscribers. Why don't you just subscribe to my channel? And I told him my Twitter account, right?
JoeDWhite Talks at
JoeDWhite Talks.
Yep.
And
that's all.
Good night. Good night.
Go catch them all.
Catch them all and be careful.
Especially those gyms.
Yes.
We are in a video game or a night on the sprite, and we will unite. Take my hand, here we stand together, be fight on a quest. Scientists by the night, we're class, we will slay. So make way for the frag, just stay. We are strong, we are brave, we will fight to the grave. We will die and respawn the next day in a video game. gay and proud. Magic beans, knocking trees, single sail and tease. Diamond gold, and your told 1,001 rupees. We are strong, we are brave, we will fight to the grave. We will die and respawn the next day in a video game.
Respawn. Game over.
This is the all-new Riot Radio. Total variety, partial sanity, a crazy unique mix of talk shows and music shows. RiotRadioRocks.com and Facebook.com/Riot Radio Rocks. We're also on Twitter and Instagram at Riot Radio Rocks.